Hi, this is James Melendez, James the Wine Guy, here to talk about bottle shape, bottle silhouette. What I find interesting about this is, very simply, you can look at the champagne bottle formats, very large formats, and they'll have interesting names, and they're just absolutely compelling. Very interesting to see that. Now, you often see these bottles here, 750 milliliters, and these are the really familiar sizes, at least these two here. This one, not at all. Now, these two here are interesting, and I thought, when I got this bottle, I first of all love this capsule. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's a summer Charbonneau. So Charbonneau, one of those fabled California wines, which are about 16 producers, is using a Burgundy-style bottle. And I think that's interesting because I've seen that in both a regular, like a Bordeaux shape or this Burgundy shape, and there's no right or wrong necessarily. It's just a point of difference, really just trying to highlight how this looks. Now, often in red wines, probably I'd say 99.9% are in a green tinted bottle, and that's to save the contents and save against the light that's going to really harm and hinder the wine inside. So definitely a dark color. Now, the variation and theme would be a white wine. So white wine, you can see a lighter green, even clear. And I've seen in like Stramsberg, for example, in their bottle formats, you see a beautiful white bottle, which is very cool because you see the contents. And that's something that is not always universal. So here's my bottle of Louis Cellars 98 Cabernet Sauvignon. It's just a very standard bottle size and bottle format. And then going to the Charbonneau Pinot Noir. That's what I think when I see this. I saw it from a distance. I'm like, oh, Pinot Noir. No, not at all. Charbonneau. And there's no absolutely right or wrong. There's no regulation, at least in the United States, that I'm aware of that says this must be formatted in this bottle or the contents of this wine need to be in this particular bottle shape. But here, I find this to be a very interesting bottle. This is Dinastio Vivanco, the Collection Vivanco. And this is particular to this winemaker in the Rioja, Spain. I think that's really cool. This is unique to them. And that is a very interesting thing. I mean, the only variation that I can think of would be looking at Châteauneuf-du-Pape and looking at those beautiful bottles. But yet that's shared amongst a variety of wineries. Now, Collection Vivanco, Dinastio Vivanco, uses this bottle format that they developed. And in their museum, the Museo de la Cultura del Vino, in Rioja, is this beautiful how this bottle came about. And this came about, if you look at a series of wine bottles through time, they were not always this shape here. So when you see this shape, this is coming back from, reminiscent of, say, the 18th or 19th century, rather. And that's something that you won't see a lot of. And that's because making a bottle is really expensive. And to, maybe you want to commit to, 1 million bottles like this, but maybe you can't afford to do that. So you buy from a standard stock that everybody buys from. So in this example, it's very, very rare to see something like this. So I think it's a really cool signature, especially for this wine here, because it's in their beautiful museum, which I definitely recommend to visit when you're in Rioja. But these silhouettes here are something very standard. And just for measure, just throw in this white bottle here. This is a bottle of white Rioja. And just showing that it's different sizes here. So we do see in this standard format some different sizing and coloration. But I just wanted to show that because I think that's really cool. For more reviews, please go to jamesthewineguy.com. Please subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Vimeo. Salud.